everyone, welcome into the Arena Gaming News Morning Show for Monday, January 16th, 2023. I'm your host, Expat, along with my co-host, Burley of Burleman Gaming on Twitch. Burley, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you, Expat?
My back hurts.
Okay, so the Yakuza Hot Springs bathhouse.
Yeah, again. No, actually, again. I was bending down
you
to
pick
pick
frequent down there.
I was bending down to pick up Thomas, my cat, and I just felt something pop in my back, and it's like could hardly walk the rest of Sunday night and into today. I'm feeling better now. I can sit down and I can walk around a little bit, so probably feel a little better tomorrow. But it's sometimes the back gives out. But I'm okay. What do we got? We got in the chat already. Yep. All right. Hey, Take. Hey, man.
Take.
Hey, Take. I'll probably be there tomorrow, man. But today I wasn't able to get out there. So, but other than that, I watched The Last of Us episode 1 early. Of course, I'm not going to say anything. We'll save that for our reaction and discussion video that we're going to be doing here on the Arena Productions. I think it's safe to say that it is the best video game adaptation.
I will leave it at that. The first Mortal Kombat film.
I will leave it at that. It is. I think it is the best video game adaptation of any video game adaptation that's been made so far. But anyway, we'll talk about that later on. We got a great show for you. We're going to be talking about Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2. Obviously, the biggest selling game of the year. We're going to talk about that. Atlas, the makers of the Persona series. Obviously, P3P and Persona 4 Golden are going to be coming out. But now they're demanding spoiler warnings for streamers like Burley when they live stream those Persona games. We're going to talk about that. And then a lot of information is being dumped out about Hogwarts Legacy. Obviously, Hogwarts Legacy is coming out very soon. And accessibility functionality, for example, the PC requirements, as well as the when it comes to the consoles, how it's going to run on consoles. We got that information, and we're going to bring that to you as well. So, got a lot of stuff to talk about, Burley, so we're going to get into it right after this, so stay tuned. Okay, Burley. This is such a big surprise.
No,
Call of Duty Modern
I'm shocked.
Warfare 2.
I am appalled.
Modern Warfare 2 is officially 2022's best-selling game. I mean, it's like every single year, Call of Duty is pretty much the number one selling game. Elden Ring was the runner-up, though. Whilst Madden NFL 23 takes the bronze, came in third. So Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is 2022's biggest selling game in the U.S. That's according to games data specialist NPD, which has summarized last year's biggest hits according to sales data. And we're going to be talking about that more. For example, the final totals for games throughout 2022, as well as the December 2022 totals on the next episode of the Arena Multi-Platform Gaming News Podcast this coming weekend on the next episode. So stay tuned for that. So according to the market research company, Modern Warfare 2 was followed by From Software's magnificent Elden Ring, whilst Madden NFL 23 came in third. God of War Ragnarok and Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga took fourth and fifth place, respectively, whilst Pokemon Scarlet Violet, FIFA 23, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Horizon Forbidden West, and MLB The Show 22 round out the top 10. Interestingly, though, neither Pokemon games take account of digital sales, whilst the final count of MLB The Show 22 does not include digital sales via Xbox or Switch either. So those games could potentially rank higher. So anyway, Burley, go ahead, say your piece, while I go ahead and throw the link in here for everybody to go ahead and check out that article. Like I said, for me, no surprise whatsoever. And probably this year, the biggest selling game will also be Call of Duty. But anyway, your thoughts?
Well, not so like you said, not surprised that it was. This was actually a really good Call of Duty they put out.
Yeah.
So like compared to the last couple, they really stepped up their game. Infinity Ward put out a really good product. So guess what? It's gonna sell.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. It's sold very well on all the platforms it's on.
Mm-hmm.
And people have had a lot of good talk about it. So not surprising. Like I bought this. I will admit it. I've had a lot of fun with it. It's a fun, well-made game.
Now, do you think once these games eventually do come to Game Pass, when the deal goes through with Activision Blizzard, do you think that that will dethrone the Call of Duty games each year from being on the top of the sales list?
It's hard to say per se, because you don't know how people's spending habits are going to be. There will be people that'll just jump to Game Pass, but there are going to be people that are only PlayStation, don't have Xbox, don't have a PC, don't have Game Pass, a device that can do Game Pass. So they're going to still buy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're still going to have this series, no matter what, is still going to have a huge sales base. Whether or not it'll be number one, it's hard to say till we have a thing. And I don't. Who knows if this year's Call of Duty, like, I don't know, are we getting one this year? Because I thought after this one, they're supposed to kind of, they want to ratchet down.
I don't know. I have a feeling we will.
I'm sure we will, but I don't think it's going to hit. Like, this one was the fastest in the series to hit $1 billion, make $1 billion in profit.
Yeah.
So, like, that tells you enough that this game sold very well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. All righty. So, Burley, I have a question for you. You're a live streamer, right?
Yep.
Now, how do you feel about development companies telling streamers that they have to put spoiler warnings in their streams?
I have two mindsets on this. So for newer games, I can understand.
Mm-hmm.
I really can understand, because depending because they don't want it, because some streamers do get lucky and get the games early and are streaming it early before the mass public has a chance to get to it. So I understand there.
Okay.
There's spoilers, and I get that kind of stuff.
Okay, well, with that, before you go on, Burley, because I know what you're going to say, we're going to fly the drone, and then we're going to get to the story on P3P and Persona 4 Golden, which are coming out very soon. And Atlas, of course, the developers of the Persona series, they're making it clear that they want streamers to put spoiler warnings in their live streams as they stream. So as we come back, we will get into that. We will delve into the specifics of these spoiler warnings that they want streamers to put in their streams right after this. All right, streaming restrictions on P3P and Persona 4 Golden, and this is from Kotaku, so you can go and check out the article. Yeah, P3P came out in like 2006, Burley.
Yeah.
Persona 4 Golden came out in 2008, and I loved every minute of it. I played every single minute of it on the Vita. It's an amazing game. So anyway. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and read some of these demands. So, according to a late December announcement from Atlas, both games will get some new features in these releases for modern platforms, including high-resolution graphics, smoother controls, the option to choose your difficulty setting at the start instead of waiting until the second calendar week, a quick save mechanic, and specifically for Persona 4 Golden, an album function to go over previous scenes. There are no alternate storylines, though, or extra characters or anything like that. So if you play these Persona games, then you know what to expect. And as Burley was saying, he can understand a lot of the newer games that are coming out that, streamers would, maybe have to put like spoiler warnings in their streams. However, Atlas wants content creators to abide by a set of specific rules when broadcasting the game to viewers, rules which it has published on its Japanese website Persona channel. Aside from putting up spoiler warnings in either the stream overlay or title when encountering parts that contain spoilers, such as Persona 4 Golden's Culprit's Dungeon, the company also demands you display the copyright Atlas, copyright Sega, watermarks when streaming or uploading videos of both P3P and Persona 4 Golden. On top of that, you can't lock any piece of content behind a paywall. However, if you intend to monetize your videos, you have to go through YouTube's partnership program, of course. Your videos can't focus solely on the music, you can't show any cheats or mods, and you aren't allowed to make content offensive toward any particular person. And if Atlas says the video has to come down, well, the video has to come down. End of discussion. Burley, your thoughts?
Okay, well, first things, welcome on in, Z and Dark Fairy in the chat.
Hey, Z. How you doing, man? Been a while. Happy New Year to you. And, of course, Dark Fairy, thank you so much.
This is a company out of touch. You got to put our watermark. You know what they're doing? They're wanting to take the content we make and use it for themselves as their marketing. And then you know what they're going to do? They're setting up accounts. You put up stream the game or put up a playthrough a bit on YouTube without the watermark. Guess what? It's getting taken down, demonetized.
Yep.
This stuff I hate. And these are old games. The regular Persona 4 was 2008. Golden was 2012.
Yeah.
2012. Over 11 years ago. You're now coming after, like, go screw yourselves. Like, no. And then if I stream this game, you gotta have spoiler tags. You gotta have the watermark. You have this or that.
Yeah.
Guess what? You now have made it that I don't want to make content on this. Yeah. Nope, I'm not going to give you free marketing and all this. Yeah. If I've got to do, like, I understand stuff of, like, they don't want you to put videos on this behind a paywall.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. I get that kind of stuff. Yeah. But I have to have watermark logos, this or that.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh no, if I forget the spoiler tag and forget the watermark, Atlas is coming after me. And it's like, that is not right. These games are old. You're re-putting them out. You're now just making it harder for content creators. And the problem is, this is on a Japanese website.
Yeah.
So what of us North Americans, let's say you didn't know about this story. Like, is it going to happen when I load up Persona 4 Golden on Game Pass? You're going to give me like a list of 20 rules. If you are streamer, here is the list of this rules. If you're not streamer, good luck to you. Don't care. We don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it seems very excessive. I mean, yeah, like you said, I mean, these games are over 10 years old, obviously, 15 or so. I think when it comes to these Japanese companies, they want to get as much out of, the promotional aspect of it all. They want to make another buck. The problem is that they don't really understand the other side, the streamer side. The streamer really wants to promote the game because that's why they're playing it, right? They enjoy it and they want to show it to the world so that maybe people will buy it more. But like you said, this is going to, deter people from streaming this game or these games, P3P and Persona 4 Golden, because they don't want to have to adhere to all these restrictions, worried about, it being taken down, all the hard work, 3, 4, 5 hours you put into streaming the game and then it's taken down just because you didn't put the copyright, watermark on there. So yeah.
This is like, they are pulling an extreme, like Nintendo used to do this. If you remember years ago, they've hushed down a little, but you had to be on the Nintendo program and you had to be all these things. Like, you couldn't have any swearing
Yeah.
and this and that. Like this is just extreme.
Yeah.
This is something I hate because it's like, you know what? You're not allowing us content creators our freedom. It's you're basically telling us do it our way or you don't get to do it at all. And be
Well, guess
grateful
what? Guess
we're-
what,
we're
Burley?
allowed-
Guess what, Burley? Guess what? Welcome to Japanese society and how Japanese businesses run. That's basically how I have to live my life every day, because it's like I come up with ideas, but they're like, no, you have to use our ideas, and that's all. It's exactly the way things are run out here, unfortunately. But the problem is they think that it's run like that all around the world, and it's not.
Oh.
So.
If they came over here in Canada or the US, it'd be a rude awakening.
Yeah. Oh, of course, yeah. But yeah. So, what really, what's surprising to me though is they don't have all of these restrictions that I know of. Maybe you do, but they don't have all of these restrictions with Persona 5 or Persona 5 Royal, do they?
No.
So
Persona
why is
5,
it?
I was gonna say Persona 5. I streamed that when it came out.
Uh-huh.
Originally, years ago on my console, just straight off my PS4. They had none of this stuff.
So it's ironic that, why does P3P and Persona 4 Golden have to have all these restrictions when, Persona 5 Royale doesn't? It just doesn't make any sense. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. Go ahead.
They're just out of touch, and they think because they're giving us a bone by giving us these games that we can just sign off and do what they want. And it's like, no.
Yeah.
If I was a content creator, like a Twitch streamer, I would stream these games without the stuff on and be like, what? You gonna take down my streams after they go down in 2 weeks anyways?
Yeah, well, it's not only Twitch. It's not only Twitch. I mean, it's going to affect all the YouTubers as well.
YouTube.
YouTube.
There's a million bots. Unfortunately, you're gonna get killed. YouTube content creators, but for like a Twitch streamer, it's a little harder. They can do some stuff, but it's like you have a little more fight.
Yeah.
But this is just. I'm hoping other companies are looking at this and being like, Atlas, you're dumb, you're insane, you're never going to get away with this.
I don't know if they're going to say dumb or insane, but they'll just tell them, hey, you should change your policy because these are the people that are promoting your games. Yeah. So.
Or any North American studios are looking at this and just laughing and be like, well, they just lost 90% of the people that were going to promote them. They just lost that.
Yeah. Well, like you were saying about Nintendo, maybe this will change a little bit. But I mean, the thing about this is, unfortunate. It's unfortunate, especially for streamers, that all the gamers out there are they have a treat coming later this week. Because P3P and Persona 4 Golden are amazing games. P3P is a little dated, but Persona 4 Golden is amazing. And like I said, I played the entire game, like 170 hours worth or so on the Vita. And it is a great game, and I highly recommend it. But for streamers, it's they're going to be kind of there's going to be some apprehension to stream these games now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Any last words on this, or we can go ahead and move on, Burley? Yeah.
Let's move on. Let's get to something more happier.
Yeah. Well, actually, there's a big game coming. Right at the beginning of February, Hogwarts Legacy. We're going to be talking about that. There's a lot of news that dropped on it. We're going to get to it right after this, so stay tuned. Hogwarts Legacy accessibility, PC requirements, and graphics modes on consoles revealed. So, Burley, you're going to take this one. You're going to take it away while I control all the stuff here. A lot of news dropped on what's coming for Hogwarts Legacy. So let's go ahead and get into it. Take it away, man.
Alrighty, so I'm going to start off with the accessibility features.
Yeah.
So we got announced yesterday, January 15th. We've been getting plenty of new detail on Hogwarts Legacy in the lead up to the launch. In less than a month, February 10th, it's coming. With the game's PC requirements and graphical modes on consoles have been in detail the recent days. Portkey Games has also provided information on a full suite of accessibility features. So here we got them for each of the different categories for visual, text-to-speech, colorblind modes. So protinophobia. I can't even pronounce these names, so I'm gonna a bunch of different colorblind modes, which is nice. Display settings, brightness, motion blur, chromatic aberration, depth of field, film grain, text scaling, high contrast text, high contrast gameplay, camera shake, screen magnifier compatibility, auditory, separate volume channels for music, sound effects, dialogue, text to speech. That's really nice. So that way, if you want one louder than the other so you can hear better, get your balance the way you like it, subtitles, spatial audio, audio visualizer, already motor, aim mode, hold or toggle, invert the axis, stick swaps, sensitivity, follow camera speed, and for the PS5 exclusive, motion sensor function.
Nice.
Oh God. Cognitive difficulty option. 4 difficulty options affecting the combat and puzzle difficulty. Tutorials, object reminders and guidance. General, setting tooltips, auto-saving, and manual saving. Okay,
and before you go on, Burley, I just want to say this is the trailer for Simon Pegg. He's going to be the predecessor of Dumbledore, of course.
Yeah, the headmaster.
Yes, the headmaster, yeah. So. Go ahead.
Alrighty,
so next up, the PC requirements, right?
Yes. So we've got our PC requirements. So for the PC version, you've got your 4 presets: low 720p with 30 FPS, high 1080p 60 FPS, ultra 1440p 60 FPS, and ultra 4K 60 FPS. And as they're saying, quite demanding for the higher settings. And for the low settings, you're going to need an i5 6600 or a Ryzen 5 1400, along with either a GTX 960 or a Radeon RX 470. For high settings, meanwhile, you'll need an i7 8700 or Ryzen 5 3600, along with a 1080 Ti, Radeon RX 5700 XT, or the Intel Arc A77. Wow, I'm shocked to actually see the Intel Arc on here.
Yeah, so
right
for
on.
all of you viewers, or if you're going to come and watch later a video on demand, let us know in the comments if you're a PC gamer, what requirements, what of these are you going to be playing Hogwarts Legacy on if you're going to be playing it on PC. So.
Well, in the Ultra, you're needing 32 gigs of RAM.
Yeah,
that's what they're saying. So you're gonna need a beefy PC for this.
Yeah.
And then for the 60 FPS performance mode on Xbox Series and PS5, they said the frame rates and quality for performance mode on Xbox Series X and S and PS5. The former runs at 30 frames per second, likely 4K resolution, and the latter 60 FPS per second. So they're saying 30 for the S, 60 for the X and PS5.
Nice.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
But for performance, what resolution the performance mode they have not said. But I think like I think you're gonna get good performance and good resolution with this. We'll just have to wait and see when the game comes out or a little closer to release. Remember, there is, if you do buy the deluxe edition, you do get the game 3 days earlier on Tuesday the 7th.
Yeah. But generally, Hogwarts Legacy launches on February 10th for Xbox Series X and S, PS5 and PC. The Xbox One and PS4 versions arrive on April 4th, while the Nintendo Switch version launches on July 25th. The developer
For the love
and
of
publisher,
God, do not buy the Switch version. that version is like,
Well, let gamers decide, Burley. The developer and publisher Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment recently announced actor, of course, as you can see here in the video clip, Simon Pegg is part of the cast, voicing Headmaster Phineas Nigellus Black. Head here for, of course, you can go to gamingbolt.com to read the article. The article link is below here. Yes, for all of the performance mode and for the PC requirements. I'll put it up one more time there. At Gaming Bolt, and then of course the accessibility features. So all on gamingbolt.com. Yeah. So yeah, Burley. I don't know, man. It looks good. I'm excited for it. Obviously, if I play this, I'll probably play it in 60 frames per second. Obviously, but I'm still up in the air of whether or not to play it on PS5 or on the Series X. Don't know. What do you think?
For me, I'm very excited for this game. I'm preparing some stuff for this game. Like I already have this. I have this pre-purchased. I have the deluxe edition on my PS5.
Yeah.
Because it's like if I'm choosing between that and the Series S, the PS5 version is going to win. Especially, I'm curious to see because they're doing that whole thing of PlayStation, the exclusive quest on PlayStation. It's like, okay, if you're doing this, this actually better be good content, or I'm gonna lose my mind.
Yeah. So some programming notes. Obviously, we do have a Patreon, so come and join us over on Patreon. Become a patron to access content early and ad-free, and support the morning show crew, myself and Burley. Over at patreon.com/thearena_podcast. Not only do we have the podcast and the post shows, the post shows are exclusive to patrons, but we have all of our other content, our Star Wars, Star Trek, our Marvel shows, our fantasy series shows, and of course the Last of Us shows are also going to be going up to Patreon, which will be the ad-free versions for all of you patrons. So please come and check out our Patreon and think about supporting us and our content over there so we can make even greater content for all of you in the future. Yeah. So, and then of course, here, please subscribe to us at The Arena Productions here on YouTube. So of course, the morning show every Monday through Friday at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, if you haven't already subscribed, please do that. And if you're new to the channel, obviously, please be sure to hit that like and the subscribe and the notification bell for when we drop a new episode of the morning show and when we drop a new episode of all of our content here on the Arena Productions. So thank you so much for that. Burley, any last words before we sign out?
Just the general thank you, everyone that has been watching either this live or the video version on demand. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dark Fairy, saying I was glad I was able to join in. We also do, because we do this morning show Monday through Friday. If you want to help out and get some cool emoticons, check out the join button down there. You'll get some cool emoticons so that way when we're doing the morning show or any other streams here on YouTube, you get some cool ways to interact with the channel, and it also supports the channel.
Yep, for sure. Yep, so Dark Fairy, thanks for coming in. Z, thanks for coming in. Take, thanks for coming in as well, and everybody else that came in. And also all of you that are going to be watching later on video on demand, thank you so much. And we really appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for your support. So that's going to do it for us. I've been your host, Expat, along with my co-host, Burley of Burleyman Gaming. So we hope to catch you for the next episode, the next edition of the morning show tomorrow on Tuesday. So until then, have a great day, everyone. Peace out.
Bye.